Welcome to VRVagabond, and welcome to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, home of Mothman, first sighted in this area in 1966. So join me as we delve into the history and folklore of this mysterious creature.
Mothman. Was it real? Was it mass hysteria? Was it from this world? Or could it have come from another world? Join me, and let's go take a peek into the world's only Mothman Museum in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and see if we can get any clues. Mothman, as the strange creature came to be called, is perhaps one of the strangest creatures to ever grace the annals of weirdness in America. The weird events connected to Mothman began on November 12, 1966, near Clendenin, West Virginia. 5 men were in the local cemetery that day, preparing a grave for burial, when something that looked like a brown human being lifted off from the nearby trees and flew over their heads. The men were baffled. It did not appear to be a bird, but more like a man with wings. A few days later, more sightings would take place, electrifying the entire region. Late in the evening of November 15th, 2 young married couples had a very strange encounter as they drove past an abandoned TNT plant near Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The couple spotted 2 large eyes that were attached to something that was shaped like a man, but bigger, maybe 6 or 7 feet tall, and it had big wings folded against its back. When the creature moved towards the plant door, the couples panicked and sped away. Moments later, they saw the same creature on a hillside near the road. It spread its wings and rose into the air, following them in their car, which by now was traveling at over 100 miles per hour. "That thing kept right up with us," said one of the group. They told Deputy Sheriff Millard Halstead that it followed them down Highway 62 and right to the Point Pleasant city limits. And they would not be the only ones to report the creature that night. Another group of 4 witnesses claimed to see the creature 3 different times. Another sighting had more bizarre results. At about 10:30 p.m. on that same evening, Newell Partridge, a local building contractor who lived in Salem, about 90 miles from Point Pleasant, was watching television when the screen suddenly went dark. He stated that a weird pattern filled the screen, and then he heard loud, whining sounds from outside that raised in pitch and then ceased. It sounded like a generator winding up, he stated. Partridge's dog Bandit began to howl on the front porch, and Newell went out to see what was going on. When he walked outside, he saw Bandit facing the hay barn about 150 yards from the house. Puzzled, Partridge turned a flashlight in that direction and spotted 2 red circles that looked like eyes, or bicycle reflectors. They were moving red orbs that were certainly not animals' eyes, he believed, and the sight of them frightened him. Bandit, an experienced hunting dog and protective of his territory, shot off across the yard in pursuit of the glowing eyes. Partridge called for him to stop, but the animal paid no attention. His owner turned and went back into the house for his gun, but then was too scared to go back outside again. He slept that night with his gun propped up next to him in the bed. The next morning he realized that Bandit had disappeared. The dog had not shown up for 2 days when Partridge read in the newspaper about the sighting in Point Pleasant that night. One statement that he read in the newspaper chilled him to the bone. Roger Scarberry, one member of the group who spotted the strange bird at the TNT plant, said that as they entered the city limits of Point Pleasant, they saw the body of a large dog lying on the side of the road. A few minutes later, on the way back out of town, the dog was gone. They even stopped to look for the body, knowing he had passed just a few minutes before. Newell Partridge immediately thought of Bandit, who was never seen again. On November 16th, a press conference was held in the county courthouse, and the couples from the TNT plant sighting repeated their story. Deputy Halstead, who had known the couples all of their lives, took them very seriously. They've never been in any trouble, he told investigators, and had no reason to doubt their stories. Many of the reporters who were present for the weird recounting felt the same way. The news of the strange sighting spread around the world. The press dubbed the odd flying creature Mothman after a character from the popular Batman television series of the day. So who or what was Mothman, and what was behind the strange events in Point Pleasant? Whatever the creature may have been, it seems clear that Mothman was no hoax. There were simply too many credible witnesses who saw something. It was suggested at the time that the creature may have been a sandhill crane, which, while they were not native to the area, could have migrated south from Canada. That was one explanation anyway, although it was one that was rejected by Mothman witnesses, who stated that what they saw looked nothing like a crane. But there could have been a logical explanation for some of the sightings. Even writer John Keel, who believed the creature was genuine, suspected that a few of the cases involved people who were spooked by recent reports and saw owls flying along deserted roads at night. Even so, Mothman remains hard to easily dismiss. The case is filled with an impressive number of multiple witness sightings by individuals that were deemed reliable, even by law enforcement officials. But if Mothman was real, he truly was some type of unidentified creature that cannot and never will be explained.